Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, November 9th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and SPY. So let's just get this out of the way. I lost $104 today. Weird day today. I was down, then I went up, then I went down again decently, then battled back to get that back. Basically ended flat. Couple things that happened today. We went from 8 for 8 wide to a trend day down and a price probe. Now, I thought initially we might trade inside of yesterday's range, considering what we were doing pre-market. Don't forget, we were 18 wide. This is 18 in the overnight. We never even got that. So when we basically traded lower and had a lot of chop, I was a little surprised, but we were still inside the day's range for the most part. To go trend down late in the day like that kind of surprised me. So we gave up the 50-day moving average this morning, and we gave up the 20-day moving average today, late in the day. We had an absolute war for 8 time frames at 3,800 and the 50-day moving average. It was just nonstop for 8 time frames. Who was going to win it? Who was going to win it? The market tried an E period to go up. I said, we had these. That was good excess in B, by the way. It popped and came right in. I ate a little bit away at it, but I said sellers had everything going for them. I would not expect to go get the high. Now, I didn't. I was certainly expecting a new low on the day, but I didn't expect it to do what it did the last 4 or 5 time frames. So, as far as the other ones, before I go over my trades, Qs did the same thing, double distribution day. They have singles in I and H and a price probe. Russell, price probe, double distribution day, same thing, I and H singles. So tomorrow will be treated as 2 separate days if we open inside of the range. Something tells me with this CPI, it's going to be a little wacky. We're either going to have a decent sized gap down or who knows, maybe even a gap up and keep us in balance. We're in balance in all 3 time frames. Again, I'm not surprised we came into balance today. I said that in the morning video. But the way we came into balance, it's one thing to take it out and see and not get anything for it. That's fine. But then what we did late in the day just kind of surprised me. So in A period, I took a short basically against the opening to see if it would hold when it was coming back up. It went above it, took it off for a loss. Again, this was a small loss. Then in B period, I took a long once we got to the opening to pop A's high. So I made money on that. That was a good trade. Now C period started frustrating the hell out of me. It kept coming down like it wanted to take out the IB low and kept pulling games on us. I shorted it twice. 1 to 2 lot, 1 to 1 lot. That went against me. Lost on both of them. A couple of points on one, 3 points on the other. Finally, when it got down, I finally took a 5 lot and got paid and actually came back up quickly, and I added 2 more by accident. So I ended up playing with a 7 lot position and did okay on it. All right? No grand slam or home run because it didn't push down that much, but got paid on it nicely when it flushed. So that was good. Unfortunately, I give that back later. E period, I did take a short also against value high the first time, where value high was at the time. And I missed another short, which I should have done when he pushed up again. Okay, now, H period. We get the flush again. I'm like, okay, we're 8 for 8 wide. I didn't do anything right. No. Let me rephrase that. We didn't get the flush yet. I take that back. We did not make a new low yet. It opened up, and now I'm like, okay, we're 8 for 8 wide. We made a new low in C, but got nothing for our efforts. So what am I looking for? An afternoon rally high. I figured we'd pop G, right? So I would and then get out of whatever long I had and look for a short below the opening. I only bought I bought a 2 lot. I bought a 2 lot at 01. And as soon as I bought it, it flushed. Now, it was an innovative trade for a couple of reasons. We were 1 time framing down, and it was right below the 144. But I thought I was going to springboard the 144 and pop a bit. Obviously didn't happen. Now, another thing to preface, these weren't shorts pushing, and I knew that. So I didn't take the long thinking we were going to alleviate shorts. I took the long to get the afternoon rally high. The reason I knew these weren't for the most part, this was just long liquidation all morning, or for the first 8 time frames, because the market was one time framing up for 3 days, and now we were starting to put them on the water. The shorts didn't come into the game until here. So maybe that's another reason I shouldn't have innovated, because there wasn't the short pressure to push it up. But anyway, it got rejected and rejected hard. And when it got rejected, I ended up buying another 5. And it went back up for me. In fact, I was in the money on it. So even though I was out, I think, 16 points on a 2 lot, the 5 lot that I bought, when it went back up, put me in money, and I took some off. But I still thought we were going to pop it. Shame on me on that, because it came in again and I added to what I took off, and then H flushed. So I went from a decent trade where I could have made money to a decent sized loss, which gave back all of that short and C that I made and more. Then I had a battle. I shorted I a couple of times when we had with the single prints. Then in J period, it looked like they were going to fill the single prints. I actually took a 7 lot long. And I got paid. I didn't wait for them to fill the singles. It came up, I got paid. So that got basically all the loss back from the long in H. And then in L, I took one other long to fill the single prints when we had the triple distribution day that we got. So I battled my ass off to lose $100 on the day. Now, I'm not upset about this long I took in H. I'm more upset of the fact that when I had the opportunity to take it off and make money on it, I didn't. Now, again, at that point, we still hadn't taken out the day. We still hadn't really flushed at all below C, so I still thought there was a good chance to alleviate whoever was short and to get an afternoon rally high. But that didn't work. So anyway, that's how my day went. I'll take it, believe it or not. As far as destinations, we have a price probe. K's low, 374.56. Single prints, 2 sets. First set started 376.85, get filled at 377.11. That's small. Next one is 377.26 to 50. That's small. And then there's nothing to 381.14, the daily high. But the 8 wide POC is smack at 3,800 here, by the way, for ES. For the downside, 373.61 daily low, 370 daily low, 368.79 weekly low. And that, my friends, is an important one. Okay? Because that's your balance low. In ES, downside, nice even number, 37.50. Then nothing to 15.25. And then 04.25. For the upside, price probe, 59.50. Single prints, 82.75 to 85. Single prints, 86.75 to 88.25. And then today's high of 25.75. And then on the chart, I'm just going to show you, well, let's show you the weekly real quick. And the weekly is in balance. We have 2 days to go. Okay? If we take out last week's low to the downside, we'll be coming out of balance down. The daily is in balance. You can call it a 3-day balance or a 4-day balance. I'm going to probably call it a 4-day balance. Okay? Now, we've been talking about this for a while. These lower highs, 1, 2, and here's the latest one. If we come out of this balance to the downside, and for my money's worth, that would mean taking out last week's low, and don't come back into it, I believe we'll go make a new low on the year. If we come out of this balance, if we hold this balance, maybe take out today's low tomorrow or whatever, or come back above today's high, well, then obviously the first thing first, we have to take out yesterday's high. That's the balance high. But if we come out of this balance to the upside, not only should the lower highs stop, the low for the year, I think, would be pretty secure. Tomorrow should be a real fun day to figure it out. Thanks for the likes and subscribing. I hope you had a good day trading. Rest up, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.